Hey guys, 2 videos in 1 week. I mean, that's a special occasion. That's gonna rarely happen. But anyway, that's how we're here to talk about. And also a quick disclaimer on the Batman trailer I did, my last video. I didn't know that was Penguin. My bad. So, and I didn't know that Court of Owls reference, but I don't think it's Court of Owls in this movie. But anyway, that's not important. Okay, it doesn't matter if I guessed the character wrong, because he was in heavy latex, so I wouldn't be able to recognize him anyway. That's not what I'm here to talk about. As you see in the title, this is a review on the New Mutants, like I said I might do. So, anyway, I'm actually one of the only people who are going to be reviewing this movie so far, because I looked, there are rarely any reviews, like no big reviewers are like reviewing this right now, so hey, this video might get views if you want to see a New Mutants review. But let's get to the review basically. So this is a movie that was heavily delayed. It's supposed to come out April 2018, and that was 2 years ago. So now it's finally out because it had so many delays. It had reshoots, then the delays kept getting pushed, and when it was finally going to come out, the COVID happened, delayed it again. But now it's coming August 27. And now this might be the movie that saves theaters. Ironically, the movie that was never gonna probably see the light of day is gonna be the one that might save theaters. Depends. And so, not a lot of people saw this movie, and a lot of people probably aren't that much excited because it's been delayed so much, and that's probably a bad sign. But I'm here to tell you, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. It's very short. It's like an hour and 30 minutes. I think maybe credits included, but I didn't know the exact length, but it's pretty short. It's an hour and 30 minutes. And for that time, I think it's used wisely. It doesn't feel too much like it could have used more time, but it definitely could have, to develop the characters more and maybe add more to the story. But I think this is pretty it's pretty good in this sort of, this movie goes for like a horror vibe, and it does keep that vibe, and that's part of the reason why this movie was reshot. Like they said, it wasn't scary enough, and I think it's not scary like it's not going to give you nightmares. It'll just be it's a fun kind of horror. It's going to be some jump scares, some scary imagery, and that's about it. And that's all I could ask for. I'm not really like a huge horror fan, so it didn't really appeal to me that much, but I know a lot of people are huge horror fans, so they should be pretty satisfied, because overall, it's a comic book movie, but it's trying to use horror as a way to make it like not like most comic book movies. Because besides that, it's a basic story. Basically, you got 5 new mutants, and they're all in this hospital, and there's someone who's testing them and seeing what their powers are. But this might not be a hospital. This might be a prison. So what I liked about the movie, I liked all 5 characters. The mutants that we have. You had Arya Stark. You had the kid from Stranger Things, that one dude. I don't watch the show, but I know he's from Stranger Things. You have Anna Taylor-Joy with a Russian accent. That was different. And then you had 2 other actors. I don't know their names, and I don't think I've seen them in anything before. But they're all good in this movie. They all have at least one moment where you know their backstory. Why they're in this facility, like what happened. Some people have tragic reasons. Some people have actually no, they're all tragic actually. And that's where like the horror comes in, because I don't want to spoil too much, but one of these characters has the ability to use your fears against you. And that's used really well in the horror element of this movie. Every character has like something unique that like specifically scares them, and you see that in the form of something scary. And that's actually really cool. It makes for some cool sequences, and you get to know these characters, and I like the characters, even one of them who's like me, and I still you get to like all of them, and they all work well with each other. And because this is a short movie, like the pacing, sometimes you'd want them to like focus on like what's going on in this facility, or like what's going on more with these characters. And by the third act, actually, this is one of like the better third acts of comic book movies I've seen, because usually in the third act you get tired of it, especially in the last 2 X-Men movies. You're tired by the third act, you don't really care, and it's just a bunch of like CGI and just a bunch of like effects, and everyone's fighting. And this one's a little more tame. A lot of this movie's like a little more tame. Like it's not constant action, but they have some cool visuals and effects from those horror sequences, and the whole third act is actually really great. It might be one of the best parts of the movie. So if you're watching this movie and you don't really like it, for the most part, like the first hour in or so, I think the last 20 to 30 minutes they'll probably convince you that, yeah, this was worth watching. I don't know in theaters right now. I can't tell you that because of, everything is closed, or like it should be closed. You should probably not go. But if you're one of the people like me that just really enjoy it and like miss going to the theater, then I recommend you should watch at your own risk, and you should be fine. In my theater, there were only like 7 other people there. I went with like my cousin, but I don't know how other theaters will be. Like I'm gonna see Tenet next week, and those theaters look like they're gonna be more full. So it's up to you to decide if you want to go to the theaters. You can probably now wait for this to come out on Redbox or DVD, which is actually it's a good thing because this movie apparently was not allowed to go to VOD until it hits theaters first. So now that it's out in theaters, you can do whatever you want. You can go out to see it or you can wait. It's up to you. But overall, to give this a rating, I was gonna give this a 6 because it was above average and it was enjoyable, but there just was something missing. And I think by the third act, it picked up because I really liked it. I think the effects in this whole movie, like the whole effects in this movie, are actually really good, surprisingly. Like for a movie that has like reshoots and like has trouble probably because they probably spent a lot of money continually marketing in this. They actually have some really good effects, and the third act has a lot of really good effects. This was shot. The last 20 minutes was shot meant for to be seen in IMAX. I didn't see it in IMAX, but I'm assuming it would have been really great in IMAX. So yeah, that third act really helped like boost the movie more. It's a good 7 out of 10, and this movie like sets things up. And unfortunately, because Disney bought Fox, they probably can't make sequels. This was supposed to be a trilogy, and they were obviously setting up more things in this universe. And a quick little tip if you want to watch this movie, you should rewatch Logan. Actually, like that's a light spoiler, but I'm just saying before you see this movie, if you want, you should watch Logan. Because some things from Logan come into play in this movie. And I'm not going to tell you what, but just, it's a good little refresher. Because I was looking at this like, I think this reminds me of something from Logan. So that's just a little tip. And overall, so, that's my review of it. Overall, like, decent movie. And, there's a lot of movies I'm going to see now that theaters are open. Tenet, Bill and Ted. So, I don't know if I'll do reviews on those. Like, this was probably meant to be, like, a short review anyway. So that's why I reviewed this one. And plus, not everyone's reviewing this. So, if I'm the first one to review this, I figured, I'd get some views because if people want to see a review, they'd probably see mine because I'm one of the only people. So, I'll tell you what. If this video gets 20 likes, then I will review either Tenet or Bill and Ted 3. So, that's going to be a challenge because I only get like 5 likes a video. So, we'll see what happens. But anyway, till next time, I hope you like the review. And I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Peace.